Aw, did Widow Baby win the Stanley Cup and now they have a season with a ton of injuries? Yeah, welcome to the real world. Avs win over the Vegas Golden Knights 3-0. The Avs know all too well what Vegas is going through this season, but let's not mince words. Vegas is still a good team. They still had Jack Eichel in this game. They still had Mark Stone. They still had Jonathan Marchessault. They still had Alex Pietrangelo. And it's not like the Avs are the picture of health either. Still missing Lehkonen, Miles Wood, Josh Manson, Bowen Byram. And the Avs went out there and were just the significantly better team. The most competitive period of the game was the first, and I think you could even argue it was not a good period for Colorado. But over this last stretch of games, we're seeing a lot of the Avs' worst period in a game really isn't that bad. And in often cases, like tonight, they end up winning that period. It took nearly the full 20 minutes, but they get a goal in the last minute. A very late in the period power play for Colorado. First of all, it starts with winning a face-off for Mikko Rantanen. The Avs may not get an opportunity to score in this period without winning that face-off. They're able to quickly get set up and work the puck to the far side where Drouin is on the half wall, gets it down in deep to Mikko Rantanen. This isn't anything crazy. There's no one making an awesome play as far as getting open on this one. It's just Mikko Rantanen being in behind the net and doing Mikko Rantanen things. He's back there. If you don't challenge him, he's kind of the sauce master in Colorado, so he just flips this one up to Nichushkin in the middle, and Val is able to put it away. The power play for the Avs pops off in this one. They go 2 for 4 there. You see it all come together for Colorado. Val Nichushkin continues his ridiculous pace this season, but you're also seeing all of the Avs pieces in their top 6 figure it out. Except for obviously 2C because that spot's still up in the air, but the rest of them, Jonathan Drouin picks up another point tonight. Mikko Rantanen has a multi-point night. Nathan MacKinnon later in this game would extend his home game point streak to 23, tying the franchise record. When it comes down to it, when the Avs' best players lock in, they can and do beat anybody. So after an okay first that the Avs win, they come out in the second period and crush. They outshoot Vegas 14-5 in that period. That level of dominance usually gets rewarded. What is actually a pretty well put together play doesn't get rewarded here. The Avs working on the near side of the ice, Makar going back to Drouin, and Drouin recognizing that Vegas got stretched a little bit here, leaving this lane to Nathan MacKinnon for a good opportunity. MacKinnon is going to miss the net. That's unfortunate, but the puck comes in behind where Mikko recognizes where it is and is able to find it quickly. You also see the Val Nichushkin train man recognize where it is, and somehow what's about to happen. Val puts himself in a situation where he now has a wide open net to shoot at, and Mikko, collecting this puck with his back to the ice, is able to get it off of the side of the netting, go between his own legs, and then I don't even think he needs to do this, but there is sauce on that puck. That puck is floating through midair right now as he chipped it between not just his own legs, but another guy's legs on his backhand without looking, and Val just gets a free goal because of it. How many people on planet Earth can make that play that Mikko makes there? I'm sure just about every NHLer can put a puck into an open net the way Val did on that play, but are there 5, 10 guys that can make that backhand between his own legs sauce pass out to the front to give an open net to Val? Honestly, it might be less than that. It's easy to forget just how good Mikko Rantanen is because he's not having an MVP caliber season the way Nathan MacKinnon is, but the dude has 53 points in 42 games. He's trucking along just fine. He's not quite on pace to have another 50-goal season, but he is on pace to break his own personal best in assists. Good teams are built to win when their best players play well, and the Avs are getting a lot of that right now. The Avs also put together a solid third period and get a depth goal. Earlier in the shift, before the goal, you see a poke check happen, and Caleb Jones just happens to be in the right spot and has good recognition to get up to the blue line, poke this into the zone, and keep the Avs alive. As the play develops, the Avs get down in deep in the zone. This is a depth line, or at least mostly a depth line that continues grinding for Colorado. And once again, a pretty weak clear from Vegas. Caleb Jones is the man there, ready to keep this play alive. He keeps it in the zone, turns and finds Logan O'Connor high in the zone, who now has space to work with. He settles the puck, throws it towards the net. Would I have liked him to use this space better? Yeah, sure. But you know what? These are depth guys. You're not asking them to make all-world plays. And a puck that gets thrown towards the net takes a fortunate bounce off of a Vegas stick, and it's in the net. Is there some good fortune on that goal? Yes, absolutely. But you don't get lucky if you don't set yourself up to get lucky. Keeping that puck in the zone, allowing that line to continue to work hard offensively, eventually you're going to get a puck to go in. So that gave the Avs a 3-0 lead with 10 minutes to play. And you finally got what you wanted out of Alexander Georgiev in this one. He looked locked in for the entire night. The Avs only give up 25 shots in the game. That's the reality of playing behind the Colorado Avalanche. They're a really good team that often limits teams exceptionally. And for the first time in the new year, Georgiev was helping them do that instead of making their life harder. He made the high danger saves he needed to. He made the low danger saves he needed to. Obviously, there's a 0 on the scoreboard. He made every single save. What looks like a pretty routine win on the scoreboard comes from your best players and your most important players making exceptional plays. We already talked about Mikko on Georgiev's side. When the Avs did make mistakes, he made the critical saves that he needed to. Stress-free hockey is a whole lot easier to get through when you're Colorado. You don't have to play from behind. You don't have to worry about comebacks because you believe in what this team is capable of when they play like this. The Avs dominated Vegas in nearly every facet of the game. It's just one game. Context matters. But weaker teams don't dominate games like this. They find ways to win, but they don't control games like this. Colorado, they can control games like this. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and how many games can Val score 2 goals and not get a hat trick?